When the world needs heroes, they answer the call.
And cut!
We should have done a crossover.
Yeah. People need franchise superheroes to feel safe.
Who needs the Trinity anyway? The Legends are super enough.
I'm Steel, you're the Atom. There is nothing we cannot handle.
Rally the troops, we are going to Mexico.
Let's prepare ourselves to wrestle!
This isn't playtime, you twits. Neron is using fear to open up the gates of hell.
Great, we're toast.
Prepare for the worst, Sarah Lance. Down here, they twist a man's soul until he's no longer human.
Attention. The store will be closing in 5 minutes.
This is insane.
You bet your ass it is.
My friends and I here are time travelers. We've kidnapped Nixon and we're headed to Disney World.
I am the captain of an RV and it is all your fault.
This has been one disaster after another, and I really think that this time we are totally screwed.
Haven't we been tortured enough?
Wait a sec, is this a Bollywood musical number?
They said this was a superhero show.
All right, then. Let's raise some hell.
In 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
The fight is on!
Everyone remain calm!
Now this is what I call a bloody good show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. You're listening to the Helm Thesis, and I'm Nathan Helm. So, today, I'm going to be going over the DC Legends of Tomorrow. They came out with a mid-season, I guess you could say mid-season kind of finale. We haven't seen Legends since December. It's been such a long time, but Episode 9 is going to be airing on April 1st, and we're going to be getting back on track with DC Legends of Tomorrow. So, I'm going to do a type of break it down style. I'm just going to go frame by frame through the trailer, and then I'm going to go later on in the video talk a little bit about Neron the Demon, since he is the main antagonist in this movie. So, we open up the trailer looking at 3 of the Legends: Sarah, Nate, and what I can only assume is to be Ray, dressing up as Supergirl, Green Arrow, and The Flash. So, the Legends have always been kind of the comedic relief bunch of the DC TV shows in the Arrowverse. I've always really enjoyed their take on everything and how they kind of make everything a joke. But we start the trailer off with them filming basically like a little short film about the trio of superheroes. You can see Ava and Zari saying "cut" as they finish filming. And then you get a little pause session here. Sarah looking at Nate, and he's like, we should have done a crossover this year because the Legends were not part of the Elseworlds crossover. They were dealing with so many anachronisms and the displacement of time and the demon Neuron. And since Matt Ryan's John Constantine is a big part of this season of Legends of Tomorrow, it just wouldn't have really been a good fit for the crossover. But do not worry, they will join back up with the crossover for Crisis on Infinite Earths. So as we move on, we see the Time Bureau. Hank Hayward's probably giving some sort of speech to all of the employees and the people there wondering about monsters and everything else. You see a poster outside, and most likely Washington, D.C., everybody looking up, and they're basically talking at this point in time saying, you know, everybody needs heroes like this. They want heroes like this. But the Legends, you know, Ray's always like, you know, we're the Legends of Tomorrow. And Nate is super into just being a legend and not worrying about what other people think. You know, they're good enough as is. So, a little freeze frame of John Constantine getting knocked down, possibly by Neuron or somebody else that he's facing, because John likes to go off and kind of do his own thing sometimes, look for clues and magic spells to do. Classic Mick Rory drinking his beer, the alcoholic of the group. Mick kind of adds that dark humor slash I don't want to be here, but I do want to be here slash I just woke up and I'm going to drink a beer, don't care about anything else. So the shapeshifter, Charlie, that they brought onto the Wave Rider, she wasn't able to use her magic because John put a spell on her and it made her stay in Amaya's form. But she's slowly being able to shift back again, and you can kind of see her messing around in the trailer with shifting and being funny at this point in time. Ray and Nate are having a heart-to-heart about what they really think of what kind of heroes they should be. You move to this short little clip here of Nate at the Time Bureau trying to stop a monster from, who knows, maybe Mona was about to give him a snack or something like that. Look at the Wave Rider flying over Washington, D.C. as they're getting ready to go to Mexico. Then there's kind of like a cool little fight club thing / Easter egg. You see Charlie out there in the crowd like, yeah, get him, let's fight. So it looks like there's going to be kind of like a little fight scene going on. Possibly a couple of legends are going to join in on that. John's telling everybody, y'all need to get your shit together because Neron is this powerful demon and you're about to be in his warp reality / hell dimension. You're going to be seeing things that you never thought were possible. And, John, he's gone through this stuff before. If you've ever watched the TV show Constantine, Matt Ryan does a fantastic job of playing Constantine. There's a little girl that he really screws up and lets her be taken to hell. And that's basically a big part of the Constantine show, is all about the little girl Astra and how he couldn't save her and she went to hell. If you haven't watched Constantine, just watch the show. It's really interesting, and it goes a lot kind of through like the darker arts. If you've ever watched Supernatural, it's a lot of stuff like that. Anyways, moving on. Then you get a really, really good close shot here of Christian Keys, who's playing Neron. He does a fantastic job. If you've ever watched Supernatural, yes, Supernatural is still going. It's actually ending with season 15 next year, but I'll do another video for that later this week. But anyways, Christian Keys plays Michael, the Archangel from the Apocalyptic Dimension. But he is playing Neron / Desmond, John's ex-lover. And you kind of see him transforming slowly and doing some of his warping reality magical powers that he possesses. There's a little better, closer look of Neron the Demon. And again, this is also something that you see in the Constantine show. Here's a good old classic picture of Rory and Nate sitting next to each other. Rory's probably going to say something funny or something like that. You never know with Rory. Ray's getting warped by some sort of magical powers from Neron. Nora Dark is kind of knocked out in her bed right there. Nora and Ray have a really, really interesting relationship since Ray gave her a second chance in Season 3 by giving her her father's time stone. She got the chance to go live again. She did get captured by the Time Bureau again, but they kind of have a I love you / I don't want to tell you I love you secret kind of little thing going. And we'll see if that progresses through the second half of the season. John Constantine's here on the floor somewhere, probably in a dark cellar or a basement of some abandoned building. And you can see someone coming up with a sword, possibly Desmond. You can kind of just see how distraught John is looking right there. Now you move to another image here. You've got this mega store, probably in the future, some point in time. We don't know exactly what year, but that's not technology from 2018, 2019. So it's most likely some futuristic floating store. It's a total Easter egg to Sky High. If you've ever watched the old Disney movie Sky High, great watch. Give it a chance. But floating school, superheroes, all that kind of stuff. Nate Hayward here, kind of looking all smart and everything, sitting in the library doing some research like he always does. Now, this is really kind of interesting. Zari here is kind of looking like some sort of wizard. She's got some weird jewelry on her head. She gets ready to blow, what looks like a spell or some sort of magic. But with all the crazy warp dimension and weird magic stuff going on, who knows what's going on with her. But that is what happens there. So the Legends capture what I believe Ray says Nixon or somebody like that, and they're going to Disney World. So that's kind of a little funny thing right there. You hear Ray and Sarah going back and forth complaining about, we're going in this camper across the country and it's all your fault. Go to an image here of Ray and Nora laying in bed together, kind of looking like awkward, like, don't know if I want to be here. Think I love you. Can you read my mind? Little explosion in the Wave Rider going on. Crazy stuff. We move here to Sarah and Charlie, the shapeshifter, watching a musical number. Getting really excited about that. Couple images of the musical. And you see these little kids being like, boo! We thought this was a superhero show. Then they move to this thing where you see all these reviews from all these studios, Hollywood Reporter, The Verge. I don't know if this is real. I think it's kind of funny because Legends has kind of slipped over the years in views and popularity. But just kind of a little funny thing there. And you go back to John Constantine, getting his serious face back on. I'm going to do a short image of Ava Sharp. She's no longer the director. Hank Hayward, Nate's dad, is. But see her looking serious, pulling a pistol there. Getting ready for some work. Charlie screaming in bed, probably having a nightmare since she is from the dimension where Neron is from. She got released. Nate's here wearing a sheriff uniform, riding along a car. And you go back to John, looking at probably Neuron or something really scary. Then you see what looks to be Nora releasing some magic. She might have been manipulated by somebody. John casting some sort of spell probably on Mick. And you see Sarah, Mick back in the background. Another classic Mick, just doesn't care, drinking a beer. Nate over to the right. Another close-up picture of Neron. I really like this picture. It's a good one. Gary and Nora all dressed up, being like, hey, everybody, stay calm. It's okay. This may be a musical, but the end of the world isn't near at all. There's not a freaking ridiculously powerful magic demon coming at all. We go back to the Time Bureau and see a bunch of monsters escape their cells. John and Nora are getting ready to do a fight against probably Neron or somebody else. There's a lot of magic that happens in this season of Legends, so if you're not really into the magic or the supernatural aspect, it's probably been lost on you. This image right here, it's close up, so not a lot of people can really tell, but it's actually Mona, the little girl who takes care of the animals. Her eyes are lighting up, so possibilities she might be metahuman or have powers, or she might even be from the dimension where all the other creatures are from. We don't know yet. Another Fight Club scene. You get kind of like a flashback to like a 70s, 80s Grease hairstyle with Nate with almost looks like he has braces on, but he doesn't. It's just kind of a funny little flash image. You got Mick and Charlie going into battle. Picture of John Constantine falling into what looks like possibly a warp dimension or something, which is what Neron can cast. And then you get to the end of the trailer where John's like, that's what I call a bloody good time. And then somebody falls in front of him and you move on. So we haven't seen Legends in a long time, so they give us a nice, good, decent, long trailer, which I'm really happy about. But anyways, so Neron is this big bad demon that we're getting for the main bad guy. Now, if you guys don't know anything about Neron or you don't read the comics or anything, so Neron's first appearance was in Underworld Unleashed #1, November 1995. Mark Haid and Howard Porter created this character. He's extremely strong in telepathy, teleportation. He can do shape-shifting. He's extremely strong, and he's one of the most powerful magic beings in the DC universe. I mean, he's almost invulnerable, can warp reality, make it a hell dimension, and he can raise the dead. So, this is a crazy powerful demon. Season 3 kind of brought us in to what demons can do when they had Mollis. But Mollis was more of a time demon. and there wasn't more of a connection between him and John Constantine. So this is more of a story arc for John Constantine and what Neron means to him. And it's basically like his problems are now the Legends' problems, and they have to fight together to destroy this ridiculously powerful demon. So that's basically everything from the trailer, guys. Hey, if I missed anything, please let me know down in the comment box below. If you liked this content, feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Put out DC content and Marvel and any other reviews. Try to do it about once a day if I can, a few times a week. If there's anything you want me to do, or any theories or something you want me to do a video on, let me know and I will do my best to do a video on it as soon as I can. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.